There goes my lift this morning. So I was off on a Friday. Somebody's used my truck on a Friday but dropped it off over at the St Helens depot. So Kev now has just turned around, came back for me so he can give me a lift down to our St Helens depot. Cheers, Kev. And there she is, in her glory, the Nemesis. Just doing the vehicle checks now, making sure the tyre tread is all good condition, the wheel nuts are all okay. There's no damage to either the tanks. Airlines are all okay. What has happened there? What has happened there? It wasn't that bad when I last used it, that is definitely for sure. There's a lot more grease on there. Now the reason that happens is when they're going underneath the trailer, the fifth wheel is not low enough, so it's scraping on the bottom of the trailer. As you can see on this skeleton trailer, when the fifth wheel hits it, it scrapes it on that bit there, and you get piles of grease on the deck. Last thing you want for your leads to be dropped on the deck, go into that grease, and then it just gets everywhere. So always make sure they're stored up on the top. Lights are all in good condition. I've checked the tyre tread as well. Well, as you can see, if you raise the suspension, you can get your hand right in there and check. Or alternatively, these clips, pop it off, and that just lifts up. Hopefully you could hear that all right, because I've got the engine running, and the reason why I've got the engine running at the moment is I'm not trying to kill the environment or anything, don't worry, is because the battery's been dead. So when I've came in this morning to the St Helens depot, Chris has already been on site. He's kick-started the engine, got it running for me. For some reason, this truck, especially this year, a truck 72 reg of the man, one or two of our other trucks the same year, they have the same issue. There's something drawing the power out of it. So if you leave it parked up for over the weekend and you don't hit the kill switch on the back of the battery, it just drains all the batteries. You come in the morning, it's dead. So what we need to do, flick that switch off and then switch it back on when we start, and it's perfectly fine. It's okay overnight. It's just when it's been like a long weekend, because I was off on a Friday, so I don't know if this has been in for some work getting done, because it looks new grease on the fifth wheel. So maybe that's where the extra grease has come from. Could be the mechanics on site, possibly. But either way, the battery died, but started now. So cheers, Chris. Now the unit's been collected. All I need to do is go over to our Haydock depot, which I'm on the way towards now. Collect a trailer which has been loaded already. Whilst I was waiting for Kev this morning to come back and pick me up, I had a look at the trailer, made sure there's all the right stuff on there. Everything seems to be good so far. When I checked this morning, it was only a quick little brief look, but when I get back there before connecting up, I will be giving it a good go over, strapping it all down, making sure it's nice and secure before leaving the yard, do all the trailer checks, etc. And then I've got to take that trailer with 22 pallets, I think it is, on side, and deliver it all to the client over in Barnsley. So it'll be a couple of hour drive to get to Barnsley from Haydock, especially this time of day as well. It's currently 20 to 8, so hopefully I'll be leaving the yard for about 8:15, give or take. It's more around the corner now, and then should be there for about 11 o'clock. I think it's booked in for 12, if I remember correctly on the sheet this morning, so I've got plenty of time. So if we get there for 11:30, I can take a break of 15 minutes before I get there, so that will cover the working time directive, because I started at 6 o'clock this morning. Well, actually no, 6:30. But however, I want to make sure I have my working time directive break out the way before arriving at the client for 12 o'clock. So last thing I wanted to do is be taking a break in somebody's yard. So if you can avoid that, it's always better, because a lot of places don't really like you taking your breaks in their yard. And if I've never been there before, I don't really want to push my luck with it. So I'll take my break before I get there, so I can leave with fresh hours for the next job. Don't know what I'm going to be doing after that. Most likely be collections. I don't think I'll be collecting anything in the Barnsley area to come back. I think it'll be more local area collections later on. We only tend to do backloads if we're down London or Bristol, somewhere quite a bit of distance to driving. So you're not wasting fuel then driving back with an empty trailer. We always try and prevent that if possible. All connected, all nice and secure. ready to hit the road. To get to our destination in Barnsley is 71 miles away, and I'm looking about a 2-hour drive, just over. Whew. It's getting a bit warm at the moment, isn't it? Especially for September. It's saying it's 20 degrees at the moment. But maybe it's just myself getting a little bit flustered, running around quick as I can to get the trailer connected, strapped up, etc. I suppose that plays a part of it, doesn't it? Well, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had quite a good weekend myself, to be honest. Nice and stressful for the first part anyway. So I was off Friday, as you know, that's why there wasn't much videos last week. However, because I woke up in the morning on a Friday, when I was uploading Thursday's vlog, I thought it was a Saturday. So that is due to go live tonight on Monday. So on Monday this week, it's going to be Monday to Friday, so you're not missing out on anything. Yeah, mixture of days up pretty much. And on Friday morning, I got the caravan finally got delivered to the house, and it's a nice little thing. I'll try and put a picture up here now if I remember. And we thought, why not, let's go away for the night. So we booked a last minute thing over at Burscough, so it was only about a 40-minute drive from the house, it's not really that far, and it's just your basic pitch basically. Had electrics in the middle of a farm field, very quiet as well, which was good, and connected up to the trailer, to the caravan, went down there, no problems, everything was all right. As you expect, reversed it onto the pitch site, no problems whatsoever. But however, this is where the stress started. So up until now it was all like happy, merry, everything was great, loving world. And then we started trying to set the caravan up for the very first time, and unfortunately when we did purchase the caravan, they didn't really explain the things that we need or how to set things up. So the caravan, I'm trying to explain something that I don't really know what I'm talking about, so I do apologise if I'm getting all the terms incorrect for this. So the caravan has got 3 different mains for the power. So it can run off gas, it can run off electric with the car battery, and then electric from the mains when you connect it up with your leads. Now, got all the electric sorted out after fiddling about with all these different controls. Didn't have a clue which buttons I was pushing. And then when it came to getting the water working, I couldn't get the water working. But when we were setting up, well, when we purchased the caravan, the guy gave us a quick brief talk about everything. It was literally 15 seconds on each little part, so it wasn't really in depth or anything, explaining what we needed to do to get the electric working, etc, etc. Same for the water. And one thing I did remember him saying, underneath the settee on the front part of the caravan, there's a water valve, and you flick it up when the caravan's not in use, so it drains the water out, and then you pull it down, so when the caravan is using the water, you would use it like that. So I thought, right, okay, lifted it up, put the little switch into the correct position, and literally for 3.5 hours I was pulling my hair out trying to get the waters working. It wasn't working whatsoever. All right, I was thinking, right, is it electrics, is it water? We've got it all filled up, we had the barrel outside, there was enough water in there. I was going around checking everything, and then when I was looking through the cupboards for the instruction manual, the manual itself doesn't represent the features that our caravan has. It has different electric setup, a different toilet, which is on the manual. It was an absolute headache, it really is, honestly. I don't know how people do it sometimes, especially when I first start off, but I suppose it's just getting used to it, isn't it? And then when I was flicking through the cupboards, 3 hours later, I found the water pump, and on the water pump, it has like a little piece of paper sellotaped to the behind the drawer, or stuck onto it anyway, and on there it says 3 different things for the pump. So you can have its own tank, external, or if it's wired up with like a hose pipe or something, so it's connected to the mains for the water. And yeah, on that it wasn't selected to external water source for the input. So for 3 hours all I had to do was turn a little switch. But by the end of the night I still couldn't get the water to work for the toilet. I couldn't get the flush working. So what I might do is do a little bit of a tour around the caravan, and then if anybody can help me out with trying to get the toilet working, hopefully it's something nice and easy. I've checked the fuse, that's all right, so it's not the fuse. The traps, the cassette has been emptied, so that's not the reason why it's not working, but I just can't get the flush to work. But I think it did work on a demonstration, so I don't know if it's a case I have to push a button for so long or which one. But when I do the caravan tour, I'll show you what I'm talking about, so you guys can get a better idea. And if you know about it, because I know a lot of people who watch this vlogs are caravanners, you know, you might be able to help me, and it would be much appreciated. Sorry for rambling on quite a lot, and hopefully you understood all that. But yeah, that was my weekend. I just had to pull over now on a hard shoulder, just by Haywood Slip Road, and one of the other drivers thankfully slowed down next to me to give me a heads up saying that my back wheels were smoking. So I pulled over on the hard shoulder and they were literally on fire. Now I'm not too sure why it's happened, because none of the wheels stuck. It must be something to do with either this wheel or the one in front of it, something to do with the brakes. But the thing was literally red hot, and I could feel the heat, and I could see a little bit of the flame coming back. So luckily I've got a bottle of water. I've just threw some on there, as you can see. I'm not too sure why that's happened. I've never had that happen before. Double check the brakes on the trailer. The trailer brakes are off, so it's not the trailer brakes what I've been left on, I've been driving. So I'm not too sure what's happened there, so I might have to do a bit of a call out for it, unfortunately. But as you can see there, it's red hot when I pulled over at first, and that's where a few flames were coming off from around there. I'm not too sure why this has happened, but shit myself, I'm not gonna lie. Done a call out quickly to the office, told them what the situation is, where I've pulled over. So they're going to do a call out now. Hopefully it'll be between 60 to 90 minutes, and hopefully it's a quick fix as well, something minor to get it fixed. And it's not a case of getting it towed away somewhere or put on a flatbed. Who knows, but stay tuned for that one. And by the way, this is not clickbait. This is not meant to be happening. I'm not trying to exaggerate things to say, oh, get more views now after saving the wheels are on fire. It was literally on fire. The back wheel was red raw on fire. I'm not going to film it straight away, because priority, instead of filming, is get the fire out, make sure there's no damage to the trailer, brakes or anything whatsoever. But it seems to be quite a good location anyway, and at least I'm not on the side of the motorway as such. What I've done, I've came off at the slip road, as you can see just here. It's 3 lanes, so it's a nice big open wide road as well, and it's just at the Haydock junction at the moment.
Postcode of where you are?
I don't have a postcode, but I can give you the road name if that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm on Hares Hill Road, so it's H-A-R-E-S-H-I-L-L Road.
Whereabouts is that?
And it's just off the Middleton junction on the M62 going towards Haywood, the new road, new bypass.
Yep, and whereabouts on that road are you, please?
Just as you come off the motorway, it's the first lay-by on the left.
So is that junction 19 you've come off?
Call out's all done, and I know you shouldn't really be moving the truck, but however I had to make it a little bit more safe, so I've pulled over to this little lay-by. Originally I'd pulled over just over there by that sign, that's the motorway bit. So all I've done is came around this corner and just parked it up. So at least that way, when the people do come, it's a little bit safer then for the mechanic to check the wheels and then go for everything to try and hopefully fix it, and I could be on my way. If not, I could be getting towed away. And stick it on a bit of POA, because I don't know how long I could be here for. The ETA I was given from the company is between 60 to 90 minutes, and I just received a text message saying it'll be here by 11 o'clock. It's currently 10 o'clock now, so I've been here for about half hour. Hopefully, not too much longer. This should be here in a minute. He said he's just up the road, so I think he's coming from Haywood itself and not from the motorway junction where I've came from. I think this might be him there now. Good timing as well, because it's only 10:15, so 5-star rating for that. little bit of an odd one for this as well, why the brakes started to pretty much set on fire. And the engineer's here now, he's gone underneath, looked at it, he said all the brakes are brand new, they've all just been fitted, there's no leaks in any of the brake lines, there's no damage to any of the calipers, they are free at the moment, they're not like locked on in position, so we can't work out why it's happened. One of the things he had suggested what could have caused it is because when the brakes have been put on, the new calipers or the discs, however it works with these trailers, I'm not really too sure to be honest, on the mechanical side of things. He says it might have been put on a little bit too tight, so when they get heated up they expand, and then obviously friction with the two bits of metal warming, touching each other is warmed up, and then that's what's caused them to go red hot and then set on fire. So he's got to jack up the back of the trailer in a minute and see if he can check the bearings to see if it could be the bearings what might have been gone on the back wheel or the axle, but he said he can't find anything at the moment, so a bit of an odd one. We've jacked up the back wheel and he's checked all the bearings on the tyre. There's no issues with the tyre bearings, they're all perfectly fine. He can't find any issues whatsoever. The brake discs and the calipers are loose, so there's nothing sticking on that side. So at the moment I'm just sat in here, putting my foot on and off the brake, and then just putting the handbrake on and off as well, just when he gives me the signs. So not much happening at that moment. So now I've been given the green light and everything is all good to go on the trailer. His final conclusion, because everything is all brand new and everything looks no damage whatsoever to the trailer, the airbags are all good condition, the bearings, everything is checked, is all okay. What he thinks might have happened is because they're all brand new brakes on the trailer, they might have been in for a brake test. So sometimes what the workshops do, what he was telling me, especially some of the cowboy workshops, when they put new brakes on and then they do the brake test, they wind the brakes up or tighten them too much. So when they do the brake test, it's more likely not to fail, and then they don't release the brakes to where they should be and then just let them go out on the road. So when I've been driving down the road, the brakes have been a little bit too tight, and then there's been a bit of wear and they're catching each other, and then it's just caused the friction to heat up the brake, and then that's what's caused the fire on the trailer really. It's not good really, is it? No, not good, but he's released the brakes, got them to where they should be at the correct measurements apart from each other, and we're good to go, and he's reassured me everything is safe. I'm back on the road now and I'm going to take it all with a pinch of salt. Even though the guy has double checked everything, I'm still going to keep an eye on the brakes. If you see any type of smoking whatsoever, then I'm just going to be pulling over straight away to make sure nothing's caught on fire basically. And now the other thing is I need to try and turn around somewhere, so hopefully up ahead there's going to be a roundabout I can use and then get back onto the motorway. Because it's sat nav, I'm due to get there for 12:10 and it is a 12 o'clock booking, so we're still on time regardless of everything that's happened, of making it for the delivery time, which is bonus. It was great that. On top of Saddleworth Moor at the moment, and as you can see, really thick fog up here right now. So you need to make sure your lights are on. So I've took them off auto, put them on actually on. We've got the fog lights on as well. And you won't be surprised honestly how many cars still drive around in really thick fog without any lights on. Just stick your lights on guys. If you're driving through any fog, put your lights on. This is mainly like the car drivers who are out there but don't think it's good to turn lights on, I suppose, in the fog. Can't see anything to the left or the right though in the fields. It's even thicker now, a little bit further up. Yeah, to the point I can't even see the other side of the motorway. On top of the hill to the right. You can tell winter's coming, can't you? Dark, foggy mornings are soon to come around the corner. Keep a bit of distance from the vehicle in front and should be alright. Still doing 50 miles per hour though, so it's not too bad. It's getting even thicker now by the looks of it. Getting quite a lot of cars there without the lights on. It's even thicker. I didn't think it could get much thicker, but here we are. Can't see a single thing there to the left or to the right, a big reservoir. And then we should be going up a hill here. Barely see the trailer on the hill to the left. Quite eerie really, isn't it, fog, when you look at it in the field. You just can't see anything, you see silhouettes of a few stuff. A little bit of a tight right turn now coming up. Just waiting for the lights to change. Should hopefully my turn, there we go. And it's quite a tight right turn. Just need to make sure I go right out in the middle so the trailer doesn't catch any of the bollards. And then back over to the left. The way the sat nav's brought me though is I came off at Wakefield and then I'm going down the A road to Barnsley. Now, not too sure if this is the best way, because I think previously going to Barnsley I've probably stayed on for the other junction a bit further down and then cut across. So it seems to be cutting across and then dropping down to get there today. Well, I've never actually been to this client before. Seven miles still to go. I should be there in about 10 minutes. This area looks really nice, doesn't it? Still on the A61. I've never been in this way before. Near the Fox and Hound pub here on the right, which looks really nice as well. New Miller Dam, I think that place is called. I just drove past on the left. Arrived here then for 12:10, all safe and sound, no issues. There's been no issues whatsoever with the tyres. I've gone out, checked, gone underneath it, and yeah, I think it seems to be in working order, which it should be really. So I think the guy might have been right. It could have been the brakes or the brake calipers, or whatever it is, when the mechanics do the brake test. They might have been a little bit too tight, which was then causing the friction. So good. Fixed, sorted, that's what you want. It's just hit 1 o'clock, so pretty quick unloading time at this place. And curtains are all done, sides are secured, so all I need to do now is head back towards Warrington again. No wonder the place that I've delivered to smells so good. It's a factory where they make scones, or scones, depending on where you live in the country. Well, it smells bloody lovely, that's for sure. Now I need to make my way back towards the depot now, so I need to see how far away that is. I think it'll be another 170 miles back again. It's not a bad one to get back to, so 71 miles, 3.5 hours. That's all loaded up. Just takes a minute or two then to load up. I think the signal might be quite bad for it. Overall, it's not been a bad day today, has it? First one back in after 3 days off. A little bit of drama earlier. I thought the whole trailer was going to set on fire, I'm not going to lie. But right, yep, that's me done. Beyond Grada tonight news. Truck on fire on the M62. Yeah, I don't fancy that happening, I really don't. Luckily I had a bottle of water with me. And to get back pretty much the same direction as well, going down the A roads, jumping onto the M1 northbound, then M62 by Leeds all the way down. When I get a little bit closer to the depot, ring the office, see if they want me to collect anything on the way back in. Because there's nothing planned at the moment on the PDA. Unfortunately, I think an accident may have occurred over on the M62, just going past the station for Hartsmore. Was it Hartshead? Was it Hartsmore Services? I've stopped there enough times, I should know what it's called. I'm not too sure what's going on. Hopefully it's just a case of congestion, backed up traffic. Unfortunately, the M62 seems to be coming to a little bit of a standstill at the moment, just reaching up to junction 25 for Huddersfield, and just gone past the service station there as well. I can't see it being just congestion though. It's whereabouts we are in the motorway. It doesn't normally back up with this area. So unfortunately, I think it might be either a vehicle breakdown or it could be an accident. Still got 43 miles left to go. I've been given a collection as well. Got shouted at by the PDA earlier. It's in Lee and it's on Moss Industry Estate. I'm not too sure what business it is, but just remember hearing Moss Industry Estate and to collect X amount of pallets from there. Which is not too bad really, because it's on the way in to the depot. Unfortunately, I have to go to the hub with that. So if we get there for about 4 o'clock, so it's currently 2:30. ETA is saying 3:30, but with all the traffic etc around here, I'm going to add half hour onto the journey for that. So if we get there for about 4 o'clock, offload, well, load it up, say 4:15, and then if there's nothing else, I could be at the hub for about 4:45, offload, leaving for about 5:15, back at the yard for 5:30, job's done, 11 hours. Now it doesn't really go to plan, does it? But that is if it was to go to plan or 5:30 finish. I don't mind that, to be honest. I've had all the breaks that I need for today, so I don't need to worry about anything else. Traffic is like this as far as I can see. About to arrive now at the first collection for the day, 6 pallets, and it's around here somewhere. I've not actually collected from this place before, but I know roughly whereabouts it is with the unit number. I'm looking for C3, but unfortunately this place, instead of going alphabetical order like A, B and C, it goes A, E, D, and then it'll be F, and then it will C, and then somewhere else. So you're like, where are you? Centre Court. I think it is Centre Court, yeah. So I've got D there on the left, but then I've got A on the right. I've gone past E already. I really don't know why they build them in this order when they're doing the unit numbers. Just put all the A's at the front, B's second, then D. So there's B now on the left. You got A on the right. I've gone past A, E and D already. Now you got C here on the left. It's got to be around this section around here, I think. then we're back to B's on the left. B14 over there, then you've got B10 in front of me. So where's C4? So C3 I need actually. Just got to be careful pulling out of this little yard. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a tight right turn then coming out. And you got signposts as well right on each corner, so you have to be careful of them as well. Hey, 4 o'clock. The time has just hit. Oh my God, what is this guy doing? I don't know if the camera picked it up, but that BM just went straight across that barrier, the middle lane bit there. Oh my word. Can't believe that. Some people, they do get caught out quite easily though on that Haydock roundabout though. I've seen it multiple times where people have gone round and roundabout the wrong direction and stuff. Right then, let's get onto the motorway. There's space for me, I'm going to slow down a little bit. I really hate this junction, I really do. It's not long enough, especially for trucks. Thanks very much, Mr. Range Rover. Moving over for me. 20 past 4 at the moment, and I just need to get over to the hub. I should be there, I reckon, 10 or 15 minutes. Get unloaded, hopefully be leaving there for 5. Could be a 5:30 finish this. Which is much welcome really, because that'll be a nice short day today. Just going off early as well this morning when we had that fire and I was using my bottle of water to put the fire out. I didn't realise how hot it actually was. Obviously the fire gets hot, I know. But look at the bottle. That bottle did not go anywhere near it. It was literally like I was doing that action to try and put the fire out and it's proper melted the bottle. Mad, ain't it? And just like that, we're back at the yard, finishing. 5 o'clock it's just hit, so it's a nice and easy day today. Started at 6:30, finishing for 5, still getting the hours in, but finishing at a really good time today. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. As always, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you all for the subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you, so thank you very much. If you've got any questions about HGV driving or the vlogs, let me know down below, and I'll try my best to answer as many as I can. Or if I don't know the answers, I'm sure one of our great subscribers will be able to help us out. So thanks very much. Take care of yourself. Bye for now. Stay safe.